Hello everyone, this is Adi from tarotforlifecoaching.com. Sorry, I just dropped my cards before the camera started rolling. So welcome to my monthly reading for the sign of Gemini for the month of April 2017. So this is a general reading and it may apply in different ways to different people. So just take from it what you can, and in specific areas of your life that this resonates with. And also check out your rising and your moon sign readings, because they may add to the insights of this month. So let's have a look, Gemini, what the month is going to bring in terms of messages and information that may help you during the month. So I'm going to use a combination again of oracle cards and tarot cards. This is the tarot of the new vision. I like colorful tarot cards. I don't like the darker ones on the inside, you know. So this is why I choose these ones. And I've chosen some oracle cards with Easter colors this month. So this is Angel Answers cards. Just to give that extra depth again. And we use the soul singing oracle cards like I used last month as well. And again, it's just because it's such a lovely color and it's Easter time. So we want purples and lovely colors like this. This one keeps sticking out, so I'm going to use that one. Okay, Gemini, let's have a look at the tarot cards first. So we're starting with the Three of Swords. Then we have the Two of Chalices, Two of Cups in reverse. And we're moving towards the World card in reverse. And we have the Strength card in reverse. Then we move towards the Chalice, the Four of Chalices, Four of Cups, and the Six of Chalices. Nice. Yeah. And then finally Queen of Wands combined with the Knight of Wands. Okay. So Gemini, the month, and overall energy, overall energy is this one in reverse, which is King of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so let's have a look at the tarot cards first. Now the month is starting a bit challenging in a way, and don't worry, we're moving towards a much more positive energy towards the second half of the month. But it may just bring a few challenges initially, because as you can see, the Three of Swords is a card where you may well be struggling with feeling, you know, you can see the clouds are dark, it's dark weather, love is not flowing, it feels like you've been stuck in the heart center almost. And it doesn't always have to be to this dramatic extent, but there's generally, you know, to a lesser or more degree, a sense of love may not feel 100% in its flowy, lovely state. You may be struggling a little bit at the beginning of the month with feelings towards somebody or something that you love, and it just shows a little bit of that conflictive energy at the beginning. Also with the Two of Chalices in reverse here, with the you know, Two of Chalices referring to soulmate energy and feeling very connected to somebody or something, and it's in reverse. So we're feeling here that there is going to be some tension, and you may well struggle with some emotions where you don't feel heard, or don't feel loved maybe to the extent that you would like in a relationship. And this could also obviously be, it doesn't have to be a partner relationship in this general reading. It could also be in relation to how you feel towards your parents or your friends, a friendship, a relationship, something that means something to you at this time. One of those relationships where you thought you were together with somebody and it feels like you either feel stabbed in the back or the communication is not very pleasant and it's hurting you, you know. So we're feeling a bit like that at the beginning of April, and you are probably struggling with that a little bit in your mind. It's hard for you to feel good about that particular situation, even though you will try, and you are trying to work it through, because you have the World card here, and I don't, you know, it is in reverse, which means it is just seen as a situation that is difficult, but it's part of life. The world, you know, the world keeps turning. It is not fixed. And this is a vision that you may well adopt, and certainly would benefit from adopting, to realize that everything goes and everything comes and everything goes. And if there are some challenging situations, then there is always the view of sitting it through and knowing that things will get better. So, because the World card here, yes, it reflects that it may well feel like your world is a little bit out of balance, and it's not necessarily flowing exactly as you want, and you may well find yourself in certain battles or certain communication difficulties, but everything turns around again, and it is about being very strong in yourself just to see that through. And also sometimes it's patience, you know, just waiting until it passes, because everything will. So that card, the World card, is combined with the Strength card in reverse. And the Strength card in reverse is quite obvious here, in terms of that you just feel like you don't feel so strong, and you don't feel like you can make changes to your world so easily. You may well have tried very hard, and I'm just quickly going to have a look at your overall card, the King of Pentacles, because that is the overall energy which will influence the way you deal this month with how you start off this month. So the King of Pentacles is a very powerful man, who Pentacles referring to material aspects of our life, anything tangible, and being a great accumulator and a great manager of resources, anything. So that energy, it may well feel like your resources and how you manage your resources and your life feel challenging, and it is at the beginning of the month like that. And it doesn't mean that the whole month needs to be like that, because sometimes we don't have cutoffs per week, really, even though I do the spread roughly per week. Sometimes everything happens like in a very short period of time, and then you move through it and the whole thing moves on like that, and the rest of the month is influenced by how you're going with that. So I wouldn't want to stick exactly with the energies like every week is like that, but there is a process going on where you feel a little bit out of love, or stabbed in the back or something like that, or feel like you are trapped and you can't get out of your world, and you don't feel the strength to fight it. So the message is very strong here to keep focused and to keep your mind strong here with the King of Pentacles there, because the energy is there that you can manage it, and that you don't undermine yourself, that you do back yourself up with the skills and the knowledge that you've got in terms of managing your resources and your ability to cope with earthly challenges or love challenges. And then quite quickly we are moving on to a much better energy for you. And we are obviously, I mean, the Four of Chalices here is very appropriate. It's a card where somebody is in a situation where they are just pondering on the fact, like, is this still right for me? And the person is having a little pause in itself, but often the person cannot see it. In this card, it's also portrayed like that, the chalice that is still full and is still giving a lot of hope. The person can only look at the chalices that he or she is not happy with anymore, and forgets to look at the one that actually is being given from the earthly, from the angel realms, even from the universe, to help you and to find that connection again. So there is a help here, but you may not see it, and it is a beautiful chalice that has been here being handed to you, and I'm urging you to look at it, to keep your eyes open. This is the beauty of tarot readings, because it can warn you towards how you might want to feel impulsively and actually, or intuitively, and actually it's just a reminder, keep looking at that one chalice that is there being reached out to you to help you in this situation. And the reason why I'm saying it is because it is combined with the Six of Chalices, which is a very lovely card of union, of overflowing love, of balance again in terms of your love energy. And so that is probably the one chalice that you need to look at, that is given to you. And there is a beauty here in terms of young energy, fresh love, and feeling connected again, family life, sometimes artistic expression also with this card, and because that is often very much related to love energy from within. So there is such a beautiful development here, but there is a strong emphasis on keeping your vision clear and keeping your eye open for the gifts that are going to be given to you by the universe during this month, and not only look at the things that you have lost because, or that are difficult, or that feel empty. Keep your eyes open for the gifts that are being presented to you. You know, it may not be so obvious. Turn yourself around, look at it, and then you will find that actually your cups are overflowing with beauty and with love, and that there is no need to feel isolated or negative in yourself, that there is so much there to celebrate. So that, thank God for that, because I prefer it this way, just to start the month off with a few challenges, and then you are warned beforehand, and then we can move on from it. It's just a lovely way to work it out. And so we then move on towards the Queen of Wands. Very beautiful card. If it's reversed or not, this is actually, I think, upright, so it's either way, because it is a very forward energy, very seeing the light again energy, knowing how to take the next steps again energy, and celebratory also because of the fruit basket that you can see there, and the connections with other people, connections with children, and it's all very flourishing again. And you know, it feels like a beautiful summer's day again. So from the dark place that you may come into the month, if you use your mind clearly and you keep looking at the positive that's being reached out to you, you can be the Queen of Wands again. And also that counts obviously for males in who are watching, you know, just this female nurturing beautiful side in everybody, and feeling abundant again, and in control of your emotions again, with Wands giving that fiery energy again. And then this is combined with the Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Wands again is very fiery energy, forward, bringing new energy into your life, into your emotional life, into your relationships, and feeling a lot more like we can go forward with this now. So there may well be a situation, but you process during this early stage of the month, something that you have to get your mind around, something that you feel disconnected from, hurt from, upset by, frustrated by, tired from, because you have no strength and you can't see your place in the world in that way. And it is just moving on like that. So don't worry about these early days. Keep your eyes open for the gifts that come and are being offered to you from the universe. There are beautiful gifts there to be seen and to celebrate, so that you can feel good again in yourself, and you can really feel like you can go forward again, and all that strength is coming forward again. So the Knight of Wands being below the Strength card, which is in reverse, beautiful forward movement here from feeling powerless to feeling strong and forward going. So it's such a, in a way, it's such a beautiful spread, in my opinion, that because I can see the process. When I can see a process in the spread, it's such, it always gives so much joy, because you're never stuck. You know, you're never stuck, even though the situation may feel stuck initially. And so allow yourself to stay clear with your thoughts and look at the gifts, and you'll be okay. And you can move forward this month. So Angel Answers card is giving you compromise. It's the sign of Libra here with with the scales. So it's asking you to compromise, and that I feel is very much related to the early days of the month, where you are in a sort of battle with something or someone, where you don't feel connected, and this conflicting situation in your heart really is there. So you can maybe allow yourself to compromise and to soften up in your heart, and to not stick your own sword in, either in somebody else's heart or in your own heart as well. So just to be so gentle, because this energy of this lady just feels so gentle as well. If you could see her face, it's just a soft, loving, allowing, you know, an allowing energy of, okay, it's not how you wanted it, it's not how you wished it was, but it is, and we can move on from it. Let's find a compromise here, and then things will move on very quickly for you. And your soul singing card is the power of love. The power of love is a divine connection between you and source that can never be broken. So, wow, it actually gives me goosebumps reading this, because power of love can heal anything. And yeah, it just, you know, if there is something or somebody that is hurting you or has hurt you, and you can love that situation, you can send healing, and you can compromise even. That is such a difficult thing to do, and because ego wants to obviously not see it and not feel it like that. But it's so lovely if we can let go of it and then allow that love to flow, and so much can be healed in that way. So Gemini, I just feel like it's such a powerful process here this month, and I wish you such a beautiful month, and coming through with this now, that you have a wonderful month. If you do want to have a private reading, then do let me know. There's a link below that you can click on for my website with different options that will, you know, allow you to specifically focus on your situation. But I hope this makes total sense to you, and I wish you a beautiful month, and I hope to see you very soon again. You take care, and I'll speak soon. Bye.